Hey Payton, how you doing? Okay, just reading through your post here. So there's some distinctions we need to make here. Okay, so you're saying that a problem is getting the application out there to get your app to market and have the audience download it. But we're not there yet. That's way down the line. That should not even be a concern right now. Right now, you're just developing your idea for an app. This is the really preliminary stages of UX design. Um, User testing is a way to look at the project to determine its feasibility moving forward. Okay, so we're not worried about is there going to be enough people to download it. That'll all come in time. Right now, we have the idea, we have the basic structure for the app, and we duplicate that on paper in order to test our ideas and the usability and ease of use of the app. Since the paper prototype screens are exactly the way the app screens would look, we can put those in front of our test subjects and ask them to make simple decisions, right? Now saying something like, would you use this app or would you download this app? No, we're nowhere near that point yet. So right now, our user testing should be simple. And I've been using this example extensively in this discussion board, so I'll stick with it. So what you want to do in your testing stage at this point is just depict all of your screens, all right, and then put them in order, and then dummy up a phone, a paper phone, where you can put the screens in to have them look like the screen. Then you just ask really basic questions. I've been using this example. So I would put my test subject in front of me. I would say, okay, I'm going to ask you some questions. Just point to where you think the answer of the question lies. Don't add any information. Don't say, I think you should do this. Don't say, well, what about this? Just point to where that's all you want your test subjects to do, right? At this point, as we move further down into the project, which is kind of outside the scope of this class, but then you would start refining the testing stages. But right now, the paper prototyping, all we're trying to do is establish the usability, okay? So show me where you would click. So you have your user in front of you. You would say, okay, here, I'm gonna show you my screen, and I want you to show me where you would click to set up your user profile. You show them your screen. All they're gonna do is they're gonna point somewhere, okay? At this point, they're just getting it right or they're getting it wrong. That's it. They either get it right or they get it wrong. If they get it wrong, you don't ask them why. All you do is record that data and move quickly on to the next question. We don't want to contaminate the data by allowing the user to say, well, why don't you try this? Or this doesn't. Just say, all you want to do is just get raw data. Did they get it right and did they get it wrong? If they got it wrong, we need to change the screen. Okay. Conversely, if you have 5 test subjects, 4 of them get it right and 1 of them gets it wrong, maybe it's not a clear indication that that screen needs to be changed. If you have 5 test subjects, 4 get it wrong and 1 gets it right, absolutely, that's a solid indication that that screen isn't working to its potential. Okay, so right now, yeah, sure, this is a concern, but not at this point at all. Don't even be concerned about that at this point. I think, I'm just so pleased. I've got my 85-pound Staffordshire Terrier mix. I sure wish I could bring him up here and show him to you, but he's just a wonderful, majestic animal that I rescued. And I tell you what, in my experience, I think a lot of people are adopting. It's almost trendy now. Back in the day, you would say, I got my dog. Remember, they used to call it the pound. You got my dog from the pound, and people would get this mental image of a dog with a ear torn off and an eye hanging. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but it's just, I love the fact that rescuing pets is now trendy because, hey, pets are getting homes and people are getting pets. It's a great combination, right? Okay, so you're talking about to get better results, promote my application more. And see, you don't, this right here, you're alluding to kind of getting the results you think you want. And at this point, we don't want to do that. We just want to design the screens and ask these questions to see if they get it right. So you don't want to try to sway the results in any one direction or another. I think that's really, really important clarification to make, and one that real quick to this response to this video, if you could just let me know if that makes sense to you, because if not, I want to clarify that because it's very, very important. Okay, great job. Thanks so much for sharing your work. I enjoyed your post. Thank you very much.